Hello, YouTubes. How is everybody today?
I apologize.
You got no patience. We're live.
And if you are in chat right now, let us know what you're working on while we say hi. I am Jace Maxwell. I am an author of adult urban fantasy. I am an editor for Rose City Editing, and I am a frequent flyer in the karaoke club.
Woo!
Woohoo.
Amber.
I'm waiting for YouTube to load the stream so that it doesn't pop up at us talking.
Oh,
There it is. Like it's just been sitting here thinking for 10 minutes. I wanted to start popping up. Sorry. Hi guys. I'm Ambercraft. I write paranormal romance. Unknown Love is available on Amazon in paperback and ebook form for the unforeseeable or foreseeable whatever. I got a migraine. Till this month at some point. Jesus Christ. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, so every time that equals for you. And I'm working on chapter 5 of Unknown Family today.
oh yeah. Speaking of which, I'm working on line edits for chapter 10 of Unknown Family.
There you go.
You're killing us, Jace. You're killing us.
And-
I'm so far behind.
I mean,
and
it's
Meadow?
not my fault, but... Hello, everybody. I'm Meadow Lamro. I write new adult urban fantasy, mystery, and LGBTQ plus fiction. I will probably do the proofreading for Chapter 4 of Unknown Family, and then after that, I'll work on my own stuff. I'm trying to do the rewrite for Chapter 6 on my book.
All right, and Sage, what are you doing for Unknown Family?
Well, considering this is my first time hearing about Unknown Family, I am looking on longingly and wondering when I can get my hands on it. So, hi folks, I'm Sage. I'm a poet, a writer, a doodler, and a dabbler. I stream usually on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. This week it is going to be on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and it is going to be my 200 subscriber celebration Ask Me Karaoke. So that's going to replace my Tuesday productivity stream this week. And I should be working on either my presentation for next weekend or my short story for Orla's anthology, but instead I'm going to be working on Yu-Gi-Oh! Fanfiction because that's what I feel like doing.
There you go.
Yay.
And to answer your question, you can read Unknown Love without reading Unknown Family. It's a series, but it's not a serial. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is my volume better now, Devin?
But Unknown Family was originally supposed to be out in July, and then COVID happened and ruined my entire life work-wise. So I'm aiming for October, November.
Fair enough.
We are doing our best to make sure that happens. Or at least that our part in it will not slow you down.
Yeah, because I'm editing what Jace does, because we've developmental edited everything but chapter 5, which I don't know what happened to that shit. And then but so I'm trying to catch up with his edits, and then do Meadow's edits, and then format as I go.
Yeah, it goes Jace, Amber, me, Amber, Amber.
All right, let's see who we have in the chats. We have Spence. Hello, Spence.
Woo!
We have Devin. It is not a stream without Devin.
Devin is everywhere.
Yes, Devin is everywhere. And Eva is here. Eva is always
Hey, Eva.
everywhere. We love having Eva around. Spence says, hello, lovely screen humans.
Hello.
Spence is going to be cleaning their room in a bit and maybe hopefully brainstorming Orla's audio anthology. Yay. I would definitely have chosen to participate in that, but I want to get Unknown Family out on time.
Yeah.
Technically, we're past on time.
Well, out on the newer schedule.
The new deadline.
The pronoun I is here. Hello, pronoun.
Hello, my fellow South African.
Orla is here. Hello, Orla. Hello, Viola. And Devin says your volume is much, much better.
I'm glad.
Are we doing ASMR?
I don't know how to do ASMR very much, so I'm just gonna randomly get really close to the microphone and talk really quietly.
I think you are doing ASMR. There is a Saturday Night Live skit that was, I believe it was like in the 2000s or something, with two like PBS type anchors. And when we talk like that, we sound like those characters. They like talk about crafts and stuff, I think. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Hey, Meadow, by the way, know this picture?
Hold on, I'm not looking. Oh, yes, I do know that picture.
What is that picture?
It's on the Oregon coast.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I've been
one
there.
I haven't been able to actually like go and hang out at to just take a picture at.
I've been there a couple times. It's really nice.
It looks a lot like Second Beach.
Eva's web went down exactly on the hour. They're about to throw the entire internet out the window if they know how to grab it. Hey, Sage, have anything to say on that one?
Well, I could tell you that Ask Me Karaoke was supposed to be happening tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's now not going to because I'm going to be having a scheduled power outage.
My camera's on.
Oh.
Don't
Liz
you
just-
love those?
Liz was freaking out for a second because she came in from the shower, and I said, "Okay, you're good to come in." And she came in, and I switched to the YouTube where my camera was still on. She's like, "Hey, I thought you said I was
I had just dropped my towel.
good." I'm like, "No, Liz, you're good. You're actually good. I promise."
You know what your backdrop reminds me of, Amber? Do you remember the movie Goonies?
Yeah.
Reminds me of the where the pirate ship actually was.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I've actually been there. It's really cool. So, they have this overlooking pier thing on the top of the cliff where the pirate ship comes out of. And you can actually look down inside the cave. And I don't know if you can go in the cave. I've never done that, but like it's really cool to go down there and you can see like the whole area where the pirate ship came out of the cave in the side of the cliff and went out into the ocean. And the Goonies house where like they filmed the
Over in Astoria.
yeah, where they filmed the house scene
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning. For a while, there was these people that bought the house and wanted to have private lives and
Oh,
banned people from visiting a famous freaking house. And like they even put like tarps over it and everything.
You can
Like,
try back.
and they banned traffic from parking on the street to visit the Goonies house. Like, it's all better now, though. They sold the house to somebody who actually wants to embrace the fact that it's a famous house.
Mhm.
But it pissed me off because, like, it's a freaking tourist attraction and you're going to buy it and try to keep it from people.
It'd be like saying you couldn't go to the Texas House of Horrors. I mean, it's just come on.
Mhm.
It's the real thing. Jason happened.
Okay.
Get over it.
Let's face it, if you have a house that was in a movie, you should be charging people to come into it.
Yeah. Like, if I had bought the Goonies house, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm going to give tours, $10
Mhm.
each.
Mhm.
Exactly.
To work, I live in a house that makes money for me. Go for it.
And down in this room, they kept sloth.
And like you can pretty much go like all of the places where they filmed. They have like a tour, not like a guided tour, but they have like a thing where like here's this place and like a map to get there and etc. It's really cool. I've been there a few times.
Spence says they remember that. Was also very mad. Didn't
There's way
ever
more
even
than that.
have the means to go to Oregon. Eva would stand in their front yard with semi-automatics as people drove by, just because they like to cause a scene. Get off my lawn!
I do believe people have been prosecuted for that lately. Wouldn't try that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think since we are over 10 minutes in, we should start our first sprint.
Woo, let's
We
do it.
definitely should.
And today I will be using the timer that Amber just made.
Woohoo!
It still has to get fixed.
Yeah, it's mostly good. It's just the audio in some parts needs a little tweaking. But we're not going to use the audio this time.
It's just pretty to look at.
It is very pretty to look
Mhm.
at. I love waterfalls.
You know what? And the funny part is if you go above those two rocks, you can see the rest of the actual creek, and it's rushing like crazy. But then there was just these little cups of rocks that were like making their own little waterfall, and I was like, well, I can't record that, but I can record this.
I really want to go to Multnomah Falls sometime before it gets too cold outside, and maybe I can do a time or two of Multnomah Falls. It's really pretty.
Nice.
That would be pretty.
All right, so are we ready?
Yes.
Made for everybody with love to Jace.
All right, we're going to sprint in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, timer was out. How long has it been out?
About 3 seconds.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
That's why I don't mute it, even with the talking, because I did that too the first time. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I was actually really deep into the edits. My brain was functioning, which is unusual.
To say,
How-
my feelings won't be hurt if, like, I know it's the end of your day if you don't work on it.
No, I'm almost done. I have like a paragraph left of that chapter.
I made it to page
Nice.
4 of chapter 4.
I'm on.
Also, I noticed a giant hole in my pants.
I thought this was in the book. I was like, wait, what?
That's what I was thinking too. I was just like, oh no.
I have a hole in my pants right here, and it's really bugging me. And I need to sew it. And
You just gave me and Jason a mini heart attack. We're like, what? I've already done the developmental edit for that. What?
a giant hole.
Oh my god.
And Sage, how did you do?
I did about 200 words, made my sad glass a happy glass, and inspired by Amber's ensemble, I went and found my necklace and put that on.
This is me when I
So-
care to get dressed.
I'm feeling femme and flirty today.
I don't know why I was kind of in a lace mood to like, or not lace, but ties. So like, I got this, and then I've also got it on my pants. I got the zigzags. So I'm just one big shoelace.
Very cool.
One big gauze shoelace.
I've heard of thigh-high boots, but not neck-high.
Well, that's just it. On top of these pants, when I went to go get food, I had my knee-high boots that have the ties up too. So it's like it just kind of went all the way up my leg, and then just went to the center, and went up the skirt. And then I had the choker on that did that too, but it's too tight. So I was like, we'll change the toe.
It was literally a choker.
Yeah.
I can't wear things that are tight around my throat. It's so uncomfortable.
That's the great thing
for
about
me.
chokers is you can loosen them.
Yeah. I hate, like, I can't wear chokers, I can't wear turtlenecks, I can't even wear t-shirts that go up to, like, above my collarbone at all.
See, that's the weird thing. If I can feel something right here, like I'm okay. But if it's a turtleneck, I feel like I'm choking.
I could say something about that, but I won't. So
Aw,
Aww.
you're among a group that would really appreciate it.
and I'm just not going to say it today. I don't think.
Where's the fun?
So during the sprint, oops, we jumped.
I can't see myself anymore.
Oh, fine.
I was hiding behind Eva's picture.
Eva reset the Wi-Fi and got the chips.
Ooh, chips.
Yes. Spence fixed their bed and almost threw a fit, but then cracked their neck and felt so much better. All of a sudden, lost their urge to tantrum.
Oh yeah, neck popping can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The pronoun I tried to edit the sad draft.
Why is
Oh.
it sad?
Eva heard us talk about something high.
Liz just dropped her
Mhm.
contact lens onto my carpet.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
dear.
No.
Oh dear.
Did you find it? Yeah. Okay, she found
Spence says if the choker touches the front of the neck, it is too tight. But
Yeah.
Eva likes chokers and necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get it. Those who
Well,
choke.
Mm-hmm. I have a costume
Nice.
piece right here that I did not get to wear today.
One down, one to go.
I don't like chokers that are a part of clothing.
Mhm.
Oh,
Meadow and I are on a level there.
Orla continued her foray into diamond painting or whatever it's called.
It is called diamond painting, and it's lots of fun.
I want
Hey.
to try that.
Are you talking about the thing that I have sitting right here?
We can't really see it very well.
Just say I don't see nothing.
I
And
can
you
see
take,
it.
You take these, and you put them on. It's like a canvas, and it's sticky. And you
Neat.
Yeah, it's like paint by numbers, but with diamonds. Little teeny.
I've never heard of that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Where me and Liz have been doing Starry Night by Van Gogh, and we're about 50, a little bit over 50% done with it.
If you ever decide you don't want it, I'm right here.
Where would you put it?
I would find a place.
I was thinking because I also have a poster from the Van Gogh from Doctor Who with the TARDIS explosion, and I was gonna hang that. I'm gonna frame that, and I was gonna hang that, and then I was gonna frame this and hang it next to it.
Nice.
And have two Van Gogh style things.
Starry Night is my favorite painting of all times. Forget the fucking Mona Lisa. Starry Night, dude. Starry freaking night.
And Orla says that is what she's doing. Spence says she breathed through their nose for the first time in days. It was so lovely.
That's
Nice.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, because like pent up congestion and pressure in your neck area can like prevent congestion from draining from your face.
Ugh.
That's so weird how one part of the body can affect the other so strongly.
Just delete Messenger off of that. Off the
Extra
tablet.
large glitter is what I'd have to call that, while this boy is a toddler.
Yeah.
Truth.
Every time I open it up, it
Every time Liz opens my tablet, all of the messages that I get on Facebook just like all come in at once. So it's like bing, bing, bing. She's like, "How do I make it stop?"
Somehow I got this ad app on my on my laptop, and it does the same thing every time. Kira's like, "I want to edit." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then she starts the computer, and it's like, ding, ding, ding. She goes, "I've hit the jackpot."
And Spence says that they had that poster too. Probably the
Doctor Who one.
A lot of people have that.
It's a popular image.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Here, actually, you know what? I can show you. I can go grab it right now. I'll be right back.
are you getting your Van Gogh?
I love Doctor Who, but I don't really ever watch or look at posters or have any memorabilia thing. But
This is actually from the show itself.
Oh, okay.
It's a picture that Van Gogh in the show painted.
Hey, will you grab the headphones while you're down there?
Cool. Yeah, I got Starry Night when my dad actually went to France on a military trip. He, for my 16th birthday, brought it back, and it's in this humongous, beautiful gold frame, and it's like huge. It's the only nice thing that man ever did for me.
So while she's getting that, I wanted to say that I'm finally gotten to the part in the book where the leading man shows up, and I am very, very fond of holding off on that information until then.
What do you mean holding off on that information?
The edits we did on the first one, where we learned like everything about him right away.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's from Doctor Who. There is a storyline that they did where they met Van Gogh, and they had figured out that the reason why he paints in the style that he does is because he could like see like another, like
Aliens.
like he could see like this alien stuff that was going on and had like visions, and he had a vision of the future where the TARDIS exploded, and he did a painting of it.
Oh.
Super sad
Obviously.
episode.
Obviously,
that
he
one
didn't
makes me-
actually. Obviously, the real Van Gogh didn't actually paint it, but they did a good job in like doing his style.
Yeah, that episode makes me cry like a baby because it's all about mental health and
Somehow I
Yeah.
missed that one.
It is just devastating.
Yeah.
Spence says they also had a picture like that was the OG Starry Night made out of jelly beans from Jelly Bellies.
Orla, Doctor Who is really, really good. I would just start. I don't think it's that intimidating.
I think it's
I
because
just-
there's probably so many different versions.
Yeah.
I would say start with Eccleston because it's
Yeah.
easier to get in.
Yeah.
It's basically the 2001 Series 1 or 2004 Series
2005.
1. 5? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they restarted the series in 2005 with a new season 1. Like, it's still a continuation of the old series, but it's like restarted at season 1 with the 9th incarnation of the Doctor. You don't have to watch the older versions to understand what's going on at all. So
Well, you're going to have a pretty difficult time watching because half of them got destroyed in a fire.
Yeah,
So-
well, they've been able to recover probably 90% of it.
Right.
yeah, half of the older episodes they had stored them on actual like film reels in a warehouse, and the warehouse caught fire, and a large portion of Doctor Who has been destroyed for all time.
Warehouse 13 couldn't save it.
Nope.
Okay, so I actually met somebody who is from England and is like an older
Like
person.
half of your family.
You're going
Okay.
robot, Meadow.
Me?
Yes.
What? No.
You might want to pop out and back in.
Here, is it better if I turn off my camera?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so I met this person who, I can't remember where I met them, but they had told me that they had seen every single episode of Doctor Who the day that it aired and remembers all of them. And
Wow.
I'm like, I wish I was you, because I've only seen a few select episodes of the older stuff.
Well, they had to rebroadcast the first episode of it because Kennedy was shot, and people just didn't watch. Like the entire world was focused on that, so they had to air it.
I don't know why it says that I'm like it has the rings like I'm talking even though I'm quiet.
I can hear my voice through yours.
What the
little bit.
frick? I have headphones in. What the frick, man? I'm annoyed.
Spence says impressionists in general are just their jam, but Van Gogh and Monet specifically just have their heart.
Yep.
I think part of it might be my fan, because I do have like 3 fans pointing at me right now.
That could be
It's-
it.
Why?
It
It's
is.
72. It's not hot.
It is actually not 72 in my area.
And their apartment, the heat collects upstairs.
Yeah, yes.
I was gonna say, you're right. It's not 72. It's 64. Fucking cold.
It's 74, mostly sunny, and then the real field temperature of like, here's what the temperature is, but here's what it actually feels like is 81.
Oh, I'd be in heaven. I'm like cold right now.
And the humidity is almost 50%.
So Spence says it's less devastating if you subscribe to the theory that Van Gogh didn't kill himself. I have heard that theory. It is interesting. I don't know if I subscribe to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something about him being friends with, or wanting to take care of the boys in the town. Not take care of, but look after.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them had a gun and accidentally shot him, and he claimed that he shot himself to protect the kid.
Well, I don't know,
But-
because, like, it's well known that he struggled with mental health.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, he did cut off his own ear.
Yeah.
So,
So, not to derail things at all, but RP has just messaged me to say he is watching us, but he has us on the TV, so he can't chat.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Hi, RP.
IRP. Let's see. The one where a girl is making quiche. I know there's the souffle girl. I don't
Oh,
know if you're
yeah,
talking
that's,
about
I think that might be the one she's talking about.
Mhm.
With, Clara, when she was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when she was the thing and she didn't know she was the thing.
Mm-hmm. The thing that she didn't know she was.
Yes.
Because that clears things right up.
Exactly.
Well, I'm trying to say it without spoiling it for people who actually want to watch the
I
show.
was gonna say, but if you do clear it
Yeah.
up, then you've spoiled it, so you can't clear it up really.
No.
She's a thing that she doesn't
I
know
know.
that she is, okay? That's it. That's all you get to know.
Yeah.
And actually, Doctor Who fans know exactly what you're talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
How to terrify a Doctor Who fan. Wait till they fall asleep, grab a Sharpie, do tally marks on their arm, put the open Sharpie in their hand, and then leave.
Oh no.
that's evil.
That is evil. That is pure evil.
You're welcome.
But I love it.
Is that something you read or have you done it?
No, that's something I've read that I would love to do someday, but I don't have a lot of super huge Doctor Who fans in my area. Like, Liz likes Doctor Who, but she's not nearly as big of a fan as I am, so.
Oh, you found it cold.
I stand by what I've said, madam.
Or put on a toga and spray paint yourself gray, and just stand there.
You gotta get a mask, though, because those things are scary. They have scary
Mhm.
faces.
Or just cover
They
your
do.
face.
Yeah, I
Is it-
could, like, put a hood on.
Make it kind of like no face. Just that would scare the crap out of me.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the silence.
So
Well, the
Spence
Calmer
said
said
he
it was, but
struggled
we'll talk
with
about
mental health, yes, but this was at a stage in his life where he was doing a bit better. He was friends with these two boys in town, one who was an artist and younger who was a cowboy type, who was known for being a shitheel and loved to fuck with Van Gogh. Van Gogh went to paint one day, told everybody where he was going, came back several hours later from the... Okay.
Dot dot
And
dot.
to be continued. Doo-doo-doo.
I'm really sad. I got a sonic screwdriver from the thrift store,
Mhm.
and then my daughter immediately broke it.
Oh.
So it was it was Matt Smith's, where the one that like opens,
Mhm.
and now it's permanently stuck open.
Mm.
I am
It's so
slightly
bad
less
here.
mortified because it was Matt Smith's. If it was David Tennant's, I would be like,
Yeah. I got it for $2 at the thrift store. Like, we were just like, me and Jordan and Noelle were like just wandering around at the thrift store, and I saw it up on the shelf just sitting there with a $1.99 sticker on it. I'm like, yep, that's mine now.
mm-hmm.
My favorite so far was Capaldi's in season 10. That one's just the prettiest to me.
I
I
haven't watched.
I like
past
Jodie
the Matt
Whittaker's
Smith.
because I like Jodie Whittaker's because she made it herself.
True.
Because she's
But
like
it also looks like a marital aid.
true. But she made it herself because she was like, oh crap, I don't have my Sonic anymore and I need one. So she built one.
We just need to
Like-
get off this subject because, like he said, and then it is named Sonic.
Huh?
It's a Sonic screwdriver.
Oh, I know. My mind's too damn dirty for this conversation.
I mean, to be fair, Jodie Whittaker's Sonic does look like a adult toy.
Yes.
So,
Like I said, the name doesn't help it.
oh, there's a continuation.
Okay, so told everyone where I was going. Came back several hours later from the wrong direction without his supplies, bleeding from the gut. The gun and his art supplies weren't where he said they were. He didn't even have access to a gun, and shortly after, the two boys, their father claimed his gun was missing, and shortly after that, the three of them fled town for several years. Van Gogh was known for being a lovely human, exceptionally kind, and I think... ... While we wait...
Exceptional human who cuts off his own ear.
While we wait, we should probably sprint again.
Didn't he cut off his own ear to give it to his girlfriend, though?
Yeah.
I've heard something like that.
I
It's
haven't
so
really
weird.
looked into it, but at least he did the cutting off his ear for a good reason, I guess, as a gift.
That is not the
makes
best gift.
That just makes him sound as morbid as me.
Remind me to not accept any gifts from Meadow.
No, that'd be me, because I have a perverse sense of humor. I really do.
Hey, it's okay. Sky Haggis thinks I'm capable of murder.
Are people getting me and you confused?
Okay, so I'll tell you the story after this sprint's over, since we're gonna try to start one now. But it is a fairly funny story.
RP is here.
Hang on, funny I should say what, Eva? Oh, I knew a person who cut off their own finger. Why? Because
Surely cut off his ear to listen to conversations from the other room.
Yeah,
only
because that's
knew about
exactly how it
Marathon.
works.
Yep.
Well, he did watch a lot of cartoons. Alright, so let us actually do the sprint. And we will get back to this after we get back. So we are going to sprint in 3, 2, 1. Time's not up.
your time's up.
Finish him! And it's done. How did everybody everywhere do during the sprint?
I'm almost done with this chapter.
Woo!
I've got a page and a third left.
I got done with chapter 5
Yay!
for now.
I get to look at it now.
Like I said, I know there will be
I
more
wrote-
changes, so I don't know. Sorry.
That's okay. I wrote 40 words and practiced 3 songs.
Nice. Karaoke is da bomb. I
It
finished.
absolutely is.
Okay, so I just continued reading, and I want him to do that to me too.
Well, I know that's a good scene. 2 people want that. Just gonna cover my red face now.
Oh, just wait till you get to chapter 10. Anyway, I finished chapter 10
Awesome.
and I chatted with my client for a bit.
I didn't know what to do. I will tell you, when you have multiple books you're working on at one time, it is hard, even though you know the book backwards and forwards. It is hard when you're writing 3 other characters in one book to then go to this other character and be like, we talked about what now?
Well, the hard part is that the revisions got lost, so you didn't need the notes anymore.
Yeah.
But then, or you put the revisions in, the revisions got lost, and now we're back to the original, and so you don't really know what you fixed
Yeah.
the first time.
Because when we were talking about it, it was fresh in my head, and now it's like, what did we discuss again?
Excuse me while I
Don't.
choke on my saliva.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever tickles your peanut.
Whatever flicks your bean.
Also, chapter 4 is completed.
Done.
Chapter 4 is done.
I
can
There's
hear
an
it.
ice cream truck outside. Well, actually, it's not really an ice cream truck and more of an ice cream minivan.
Nice.
It's like someone
Hey,
turned their
gotta
minivan
love
into an ice cream
entrepreneurial
truck.
during this shit. Like, gotta make money somehow. Let's just go buy all the ice cream we can find at Dollar Tree and just resell it.
I have ice cream.
I think I'm gonna make lunch on the next sprint now that I'm done with Amber's chapter for my day. My work.
Yeah, because I'm done with chapter 5, but I can't even give it to you because Jace has to rework it and include the changes I made for what we talked about.
Yeah.
Yes. It is an unfortunate snag, but we will get past it.
I still
Alright.
can't figure out what happened to it.
So let's see. RP has loaded the stream on his phone, so he can chat too.
Yay.
Eva has to go start dinner. RP read 2 chapters. Orla had more diamondy fun with sparkles everywhere. And Spence had to have fun. Well, not had to have fun. Had fun with the mini nerd. I read extra words in there. Apparently, my
It happens.
subconscious thinks that having fun with your children is a chore.
Sometimes it is when you don't feel good.
There's my
Not gonna
starry
lie.
night. It's the best angle I can get because I can't get the camera any closer, but
Nice, and it's sparkly.
Ooh.
It's still looking good though.
yeah. So we have this whole section in the middle and the rest of this edge to do. But everything else is done.
Just one more thing I can't do to like get out of this camper.
But you like tiny home living.
I don't think those words have ever come out of my mouth. This is necessity living. This is
Excuse me for a moment while I clean my camera because I just put a giant thumbprint on it.
using one state making more money to make a lower state. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Never mind.
How to make money in a state that pays more to move to a state
Make it
with
go
lower
for-
property.
Because the more I make here, the further it goes in Texas.
It makes sense.
Yeah, Washington has
Mhm.
got a high cost of living, unfortunately.
Sorry, guys, I got a phone call.
Okay. Let's see. Spence is going to start brainstorming for Orla Hart's anthology.
Woo.
Sweet. And Orla says, woo. All
I
right.
have my idea. I just have to actually write it.
See, I have to actually read the thing that Orla sent me to figure out what I want to do. Or if I actually want to participate.
Mm-hmm. And I need to get on the writing pretty damn quickly because RP is going to voice some of my characters.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's going to do that, I need to get him the script. So
Is this a short story thing? Because I'm really bad at those.
Yes, it is.
yeah,
a
it is
short
a short
story
story thing. Under 1,000 words, video needs to be under 15 minutes or around 15 minutes.
Well. Maybe.
Maybe.
I might participate.
Maybe.
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps.
I love that word.
Spence says, after living without my office for a week, I will never vote to live in a tiny space again.
I lived in a trailer for 2 years before we moved into this apartment.
See, I could live alone in a trailer with no problem. That's enough space for me. But not in a tiny home. Like, I showed Sage earlier today that that horse trailer that was converted into
It's
like a gypsy
adorable.
wagon. That was
Oh yeah, it's cute.
it was so cute.
I could live in a tiny house, like an actual tiny house, not like a trailer, where it's like high quality built and like lots of storage and stuff. But I hated living in the trailer because it was my mom's trailer and it was really cheaply made, and a lot of stuff would break or start to like example, you know that veneer stuff that's like really really thin that they used that as the board that you sleep on. Why would you not use plywood? And so after like 6 months or so of like sleeping on that bed every single day, it completely broke through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're talking
And
about the hates of camper living.
yeah, and so like I could live in a small space as if it was like built with high quality. And everything would get super like moldy because the humidity in the trailer was so high all the time.
Yeah, the dehumidifiers 24/7 going in this house. Yeah, it would be so bad if there weren't like 3 freaking people living here, but like I have my bedroom and then my office in the same room with all of my daughter's freaking clothes, and then there's the bedroom, and you can't even walk on the sides of the bed because it's a closet on both sides. And then she sleeps in the living room. My mom sleeps in the bedroom. So then the couch is technically always a bed, even though you can sit on it like a couch because we bought a futon and just like this is why my last name's Kraft. We got a futon that looks like a couch. It's not one of those that's just a mattress. Laid it down. Got a queen size pillow top that's like 3 inches thick. Put it the size of the couch, cut it, and then what was left, we made a backrest so you could use it as just a long couch. So
We had a pull-out couch that turned into a bed in the trailer, and the hinge part that the legs would come down for the front was like screwed into a 2x4. Well, that 2x4 split in half.
Yeah.
And I think they have to completely replace the couch because they can't just take off the 2x4 and replace it because it's an upholstered couch that's like all attached and everything. So I don't know how they're going to fix that, but...
See, and the pullouts used to be a full mattress, but now they're blow-ups. And I've got a cat that's not declawed. I had another cat, and hopefully I'll find her soon. And then the dog. And then when you fold out the couch, when it's blown up, you can't walk around the kitchen to the bathroom because it goes all the way to the end of the bar. So I'd have to basically crawl on the bed and wake up whoever was there to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to make changes.
I entered a contest to win a tiny house, but I didn't win.
Oh.
Like an actual tiny house, not a trailer. Because, like, I would be down to live in a tiny house because they have some out there that are like 2-bedroom, like actual like bedroom and like a full bathroom and everything. And I'm like, see, I could be down with that. Less stuff for me to clean. Noelle would have her own room. Me and Jordan would have our own room, and then like, you know, I could just work wherever. I don't really have an office right now, anyways. So.
I like my knickknacks too much.
There's this YouTube channel I watch called Big Living in a Tiny House.
Mm-hmm.
And he interviewed one person that can't remember where she's. I think Germany. I think she was from Germany, and she built her own tiny house and built it around the fact that she is a gamer, like an online gamer, and that's like her job. So she has this huge like gaming computer set up in her tiny house, like her office area, and I'm like, that looks dope. Like, I want it.
So Eva says she can make tiny work, or she has made tiny work. They have a lot of space now. It takes longer to maintain, but they can breathe while they're doing the maintenance. Spence says they need dedicated permanent space for their creative endeavors. Yes. Orla lives in a very old, tiny house. It needs to be fixed constantly and has no storage, and they can't wait to move.
That's the difference between campers and tiny homes, I feel like, though, because, except for maybe hers, but tiny houses are built to have hidden space. So you have more space than you think. And a normal, like, camper, it's not meant for everyday living, so there's not that much space. So.
Eva would like to convert one of the bedrooms in the basement to become a complete tiny apartment. Cool. But they won't.
Before I lived in the trailer, we lived in a studio apartment so I have a friend from high school whose parents bought a house that used to belong to this family who had a daughter with Down syndrome. And she was an adult, wanted to live on her own, but they didn't want her to move out, so they turned their 3-car garage into a studio apartment for her.
Nice.
And we lived in that, but it didn't have a kitchen, so...
I just did all of the dishes.
You just did my dishes? Why?
Come do mine!
I mean, I appreciate it, but like...
I was just talking to my mom. Just talking to my mom about, like, I haven't done the dishes yet because there's so many. I would have to wash 3 and dry 3, and that would just take forever, so I'll wait till you get home. You can wash and I'll dry.
I mean, I didn't have, like, a ton of dishes. I had the sink was full and then a couple of things on the counter.
Fill up the dishwasher and
Enough to fill up the dishwasher?
enough to fill up the towel.
Oh, my love for a dishwasher again.
Yeah, we didn't have a dishwasher in either of the places I've lived in Oregon until now, and I'm like, yes. Actually, none of my apartments that I've lived in as an adult, or any place that I've lived until this apartment, has had a dishwasher.
Spence says if they had a custom-built tiny house, they might be able to hack it. But really, they would rather have a bigger space and roommates.
Oh my god, everyone just saw me pick my nose.
I was looking at the comments if it makes her
Nobody
feel any
noticed
better.
until you said anything.
Just say you had to say something.
I mean, I could live in a tiny house, but I want to live on a farm, and I want to have a dedicated office. Like,
That's
Yes.
what I'm going for.
Like, sure, I could live in a tiny house, but I want to have a house. I'd rather build my own house, not like necessarily me myself, but like
Have it built.
have it built.
You could not live in a tiny house.
I could. I've lived in a trailer.
You have too much shit.
I would
Exactly.
get rid of my shit.
That's what we're gonna do. I'm saving the money to be able to put a down payment, even though I have good enough credit I wouldn't have to, and that way I can get a custom home on acreage I want, so that it all goes into one loan. I can make one payment.
Jordan really wants to do those where you do like a shed to house conversion, where you like buy a tough shed and you turn it into a house. But he wants to get what is it called? It's like a barn that with the metal siding.
A barn.
Yeah, but it's like it's got a specific name. It's like a specific type of barn. Because like a
What?
normal barn is made out of wood, and these ones are like
A wicker shed?
no, it's a barn that
Well,
is
big
like
barn's called a stable, so it ain't that.
it's like the tough shed that you buy it pre-made and then somebody comes and puts it for you. But it's a big barn and it's made entirely out of metal.
Do you have Prime on this?
No,
Morton building.
maybe.
Mort-
I don't know. It could be that. A pole barn. Yes, that's what it is. A pole barn.
Oh,
He wants
yeah.
to get one of those and turn that into a house. And then
Is that
he
where you
wants-
do the pole dancing?
It does have
And
holes
then-
in the center because it's so big.
he wants to have a section of the pole barn that he leaves into a shop because he is a mechanic and he would like to have a dedicated space to work on cars instead of having to do it out in the driveway.
Cool,
I
cool.
want to watch the boys.
But I just want a house and I want it to have space for me to function.
Do you know what I want? I want a third sprint.
Woo!
That sounds like a good plan.
Let's do it. I'm gonna go make some lunch.
All right. Let us do the thing. It's
Woo.
not up. It's about to start. Come on. Okay, go.
Time is not up.
And we have completed the sprint. Tell us in the comments how you have done. I am going to say that this stream has probably been the most productive stream I've been to, much less run, in about 6 months. I was actually giving up on streams altogether because I wasn't getting anything done in them. But I kind of kicked butt this time.
I had started editing chapter 6, and then you got done with chapter 5, and so I'm back on chapter 5.
Excellent. Yep, I finished the chapter 5 edits and the chapter 10 edits.
And I agree with your earlier statement.
About that sentence.
Although I like to feel like I'm productive on my streams on Sundays, but I am just waking up. So.
Oh no, for me it's not the fact that it's a stream or anything. It's the fact that I play in the comments instead of working.
Same.
Don't.
I think having my client sitting there watching me and needing my work
Probably helps a bit.
Wait, No, you can't even say that because you stream with me on Sundays and you're not like this.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was just...
It's because you also have your partner with you too, and so we're both watching.
That is true. How'd you do, Sage?
I wrote another 60 words and practiced another 3 songs.
Nice.
And am currently researching the age gap between Seto and Mokuba because I can't remember.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of... I forgot who Mokuba was. That's his brother.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh.
What are y'all talking about?
I have returned.
Oh, I haven't watched that in so freaking long. I didn't even remember their names. That's
Well,
bad.
I'm writing Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction, so it would be very sad if I couldn't remember their names.
Noel, do you want some?
Yeah, it would. I don't know why, but I cannot get myself into fan fiction. I think because I already like how they do it, so I don't want to I don't know, it almost would feel like a betrayal to do it because then I wouldn't feel like I liked it enough that I needed to. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, I stopped writing fan fiction for a really long time. But I've just recently, like a month ago, started again, just because I feel like when I have to do my own writing, like on my own projects, I get so freaked out about the seriousness of it. Like, this is important. So having the fan fiction where I can just kind of do whatever, it helps. I don't know.
See, and I can't make myself write something that I know I'm not going to publish as well. Because something with me with my books is I write what most people would consider fantasy-sized novels. I don't, but I read bigger books, so I just tend to do that. Unknown Level was 113,000 words, and we'll see what this one ends up being. Its first draft before editing was 83,000, and that was really short for me. I think I'm up to 90,000 now. So, and then book 3 is only 70,000, which is weird, but I don't know. Maybe I learned my lesson from overwriting, so now I'm underwriting. I don't know. But yeah, so that takes usually 3 months of full writing to write, and so I can't make myself write shorter books just for the fun of it.
My first draft of this book was a little over 58,000, and I'm trying to get it up to about 80,000.
But your first draft was a scaffolding. Yeah.
The highlight reel. It was the highlight reel. It was all the main things and not any of the
connector.
The other stuff that the filler,
Connector.
but it's not really filler. It's more just the in between stuff that actually is important. But
How you
not
get
as
from plot
important
point
as the
to
main
plot
events. Yeah, so. Although the scenes that I did have were fully fleshed out scenes, they just were the main events and not anything.
Orla got more sparkles, and Spence got 117 of brainstorming.
Speaking of sparkles, look at this adorable shirt
That is
she's
adorable.
wearing. It's all sparkly. She doesn't wear it very often because I can't find the pants that go with it because she has a pair of jean pants that match it. And I can't find them anywhere, but I figured, like, hey, she can just be in a diaper and wear the shirt because it's pretty.
Kira had a two-tone purple striped shirt that had a little flower on it like that had sparkles.
I got this from my mother-in-law.
Hey, Meadow.
What?
Chapter 5's done.
Like, done? Like, ready for me done?
Ready for you done. Just thought you should know.
Devin got supper.
Oh, I forgot to
Awesome.
tell you the story of why Sky Haggis thinks I am capable of murder.
Yeah, I need to know that.
Okay, so it's not a very long story, but I was in one of her streams. It was like her early. It's like 4 a.m. for me, or like 3 or 2. It's early in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I was like, "Hey, I'll go to her stream." And she does writing prompts where she gives a 1-sentence prompt, and just to like stimulate creativity.
Oh, I remember this.
Yes, Jace was there, and I lately, like before then, I had just been really struggling to be creative, coming up with words in general. And she put up a prompt. The sentence was, "Who could have poisoned the old man's dog?" And I read that, and I was like, "Ooh, I got it." So I'm gonna read this. I typed it all in the chat. I channeled my inner Poe. You ready? Who would have poisoned the old man's dog, you ask? I did. The ratty little thing was always yapping, keeping me up every night. The old man refused to train it, no matter how many times I asked. I simply did what had to be done. Oh, don't look at me like that. You should be glad I went for my second plan and poisoned the dog. It was supposed to be the man, but he was far too smart for that to happen. I admit, I gathered enough arsenic for 3 men. It's a shame it has to go to waste. Though, my mother has been dropping by far too often lately. And I like typed that up in the chat, and then Sky was like going through the prompt. She's like, "Yeah," and Meadow did a prompt, and she scared me a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not scary." She's like, "Oh no, I now think that you're capable of murdering people." So, okay, Noelle, relax. You're making a mess.
We're writers. We murder people all the time. That's what we do.
Right?
But yeah, I like ever since then, like that like sparked something in me, and I was able to write again after that. But yeah, I'll help you, Noelle. Chill out.
You got unlocked.
It unlocked my brain.
Also, Spence had a Moana song playing. Her husband walked into the room, heard it, flipped her off, and walked out backwards going, "Nope, I'm out."
Now you know how to get him out whenever you don't want him in there.
Oh, good point. You have repellent.
Husband repellent.
So, this has been our final sprint of the stream. I think it might be time for outros.
Outros? What are those?
So, I am Jace Maxwell, author of adult fiction. I am an editor for Rose City Editing. And I have all the funds in karaoke's and playing RPGs with vampires. And that is it for now.
Yay. Who's next?
I'll wait till you get your food in your mouth. Okay, Meadow, it's your turn.
Alright, hello, I'm Meadow Lamro. I write new adult, urban fantasy, mystery, and LGBTQ plus fiction. And I'm the other half of Rose City Editing. We offer developmental editing, line editing, copy editing, and proofreading. If you would like to hire us, please contact us at either Rose City Editing on Instagram and Twitter, or rosecityeditingllc@gmail.com, or we have a placeholder website for the time being that is rosecityediting.wixsite.com/mysite. I can put the link in the chat when I'm done talking. And karaoke stream for mine and Jace's monthly one is going to be the last Sunday of the month. I think this one is on Jace's channel. So yeah, 11:30 Pacific time.
Which is 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yay!
Woohoo!
That's my goal.
Sage.
Well, firstly, thanks for having me on, Jace.
Oh, it was fun.
And I'm Sage. I'm a poet, a writer, a doodler, and a dabbler. I do the things with the words, and sometimes I make videos, and sometimes I stream, and that's about it. If that sounds like your kind of thing, check out my channel, which for the next 8 days is Sage Gordon Davis. Hint, hint.
Rebrand.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Amber.
Alright, hi guys, I'm Amber Croft. I write paranormal romance. Unknown Love is available on Amazon in paperback and ebook form, and soon to be Audible if COVID will quit making the rounds in people's houses. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, so whatever time that equals for you on Sundays, and I will fix the timer so you will have a 15, a 30, and a 20-minute timer for the waterfalls. That will be fixed today, so I'll probably just post them all tomorrow, as well as another timer coming up for all of you nostalgic people my age. And videos, actually, not just timers, but videos coming soon. I'm going to try to do all the edits tomorrow night. Oh, and I have the Afterthought podcast, the first episode of that, coming up on September the 12th. I just did the outro, so that is running along smoothly. I just have to do the last few edits and throw that into all of the stuffs. And when you watch it on YouTube, all the podcast links to the various places that you may listen to will be there so that you can subscribe to my podcast on the Audible places. That's all I got.
Awesome.
Excellent. And hello, Charlie. You're coming in right at the end.
Oh,
But it's great to
I
see you.
remembered something. I've decided to finally do it. I'm going to be doing Arabic lessons on my channel
Neat.
very soon.
I talked her into it.
I've been debating because I had people tell me I should do it on a second channel, and so I was just not going to do it at all because I don't want to do a second channel. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it on this channel. So yeah, someday soon in the future, near future, I'll start doing this.
Excellent.
Who else is Skippy?
Yeah,
All right.
she says it in anger too a lot. Just screaming at you if you take something away that she was playing with or something.
All right. It was great having all of you here. And we will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.